So what is going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you my journey on how I was able to build a 1% net worth of my age. Now, right now, I'm 22 years old, but I want to share with you guys the philosophies, the things that I learned about money, how I was able to invest my money, how I was able to build wealth for myself, and more importantly, how I was able to use all these principles as a youngster that has allowed me to build a 1% net worth. Now, in this video, guys, I want to share with you that I've been inspired by a statistic that says that an average millennial net worth right now in 2021 is only $18,000. This means that our financial system is screwed up. We are making bad habits, bad choices with our money. So the whole purpose of this video is to share with you how I was able to start businesses, how I was able to increase my income, and lastly, how I was able to use a thing called leverage that allowed me to save, invest, grow my wealth pretty drastically all at a young age. Now, being the 1%, I didn't really realize this until my parents told me, until my friend said, dude, you were doing something different than 99% of people. You have these assets working for you. Like, what did you do? From starting my first businesses, from saving a lot of money to investing and building a pretty comfortable investment account for myself, I've made the sacrifices that I want to share with you that can hopefully inspire you to save more money, make more money, and build wealth at a young age. The whole purpose of this channel and what I believe is that you can build wealth in your life no matter how old you are, no matter how young you are. Everyone can do it. The formula is out there. Rich people share it with us every day. The knowledge, the technology, everything that you need to know is in this channel, is in the internet. So if you do the things that rich people do, then you should end up rich like them. That has always been a huge thought for me. I've lived by this, and now I want to share with you guys these actions, these habits that I've took in my life that have allowed me to build a substantial net worth and become the 1% of my age. So the first thing I want to jump into, guys, is a principle that really inspired me. Not only was I always hungry, motivated as a young entrepreneur, shoveling snow in the winter, starting my first lawn care business, going out there and making money whenever I could. I was obsessed with money. I loved making money. The fun, the joy that came from making $100 on my own 2 feet has been the best feeling in my life, which all has transpired into my life. But what I did with that $100, $200 that I was making as a teenager was the reason why I became, where I am today financially. And that was because I valued wealth creation over status. Now, some people my age do not think that way. This means that I was able and I thought, hey, I want to build wealth for myself, which means that the money that I am making in my life, I have the option to spend it on something that's going to make me look rich. I'm going to spend it on something that's going to actually make me rich. In this mind, I could spend it on assets, a business. I can spend it on something that's going to make me more money, or I can go spend it on a new pair of shoes. I can buy new clothes. I can buy a nice car. I can buy something to flex on other people. And I just never thought that was valuable in my life. I've just been mentally trained to live very humbly, that I don't need many things. Yet, if people realize how much I've saved, I invested for myself, they would think differently. And this is because I've made the conscious decision to not worry about what other people think. I know what I'm building. I don't care what other people think. And I don't truly need anything. If you're after the goal of wealth creation, then you will spend your money correctly or accordingly. So what I've done is that every money or every dollar that I've brought into my life, I've always prioritized spending it on something that's going to make me money. I've always said, hey, I can spend $1,000 right now on Ethereum, Bitcoin, over a new pair of shoes. I've just never valued this easy trade-off. Now, I've always just wanted to invest, deploy, save money, put it in my back pocket, watch my net worth grow, rather than spending it on something that's not going to serve me. It's going to make me look good, but it's not going to actually build wealth for myself. And this all came down to the conscious decision, the even trade-off of, hey, I'm willing to make the sacrifice now as a teen, as a millennial, as a 22-year-old to eventually build massive wealth in my life, so then I can use this money that will allow me to live a passive lifestyle, that my investments that I'm doing right now will allow me to have freedom, that allow me given the opportunity to have massive wealth in my life, all because I was willing to make a very hard decision all in my youth. And lastly, I just want to share with this principle of wealth over status is that I was willing to avoid debt. When I went to community college, that community college bill was paid off. I didn't have any student loans. Secondly, when I went to go buying a car or a truck to start my first business, that truck was 100% paid off. I didn't want a note or debt on that vehicle. And then lastly, any credit card debt never had or never have in my life is because I realized I don't want this burden. Credit card drowned us, and the only thing that I want to spend my credit card is an expense that I know that I'll pay off. So I don't want to drown in debt. I don't want to buy things to go out there and flex on people. I choose wealth creation, investing over spending it on pointless things. Now, the second thing that I did is I realized that I needed to start a business or a side hustle. Now, in order for me to achieve or become the 1% of my age financially, I knew that a minimum wage job is not going to get me to this goal. Like, I realized that I'm only 20 years old, 19 years old, 18 years old when I'm trying to focus on building wealth myself. I knew that a $12 or $13 an hour per job is not going to get me there. That's what the average, that's what the people, that don't really want a different way out. And there's nothing wrong with a minimum wage job, but I knew that I wanted something different, which meant that I had to do different things, which came with amount of sacrifice that a lot of people are maybe not willing to go through. So I decided to start implementing side hustles into my life. I did whatever I could at a young age to increase my income. Even today, I'm buying things at thrift stores that I can buy on discounts just to flip to make some profit on eBay. So I started an eBay business, reselling, flipping. I started multiple business doing marketing for med spas, a tree company. I started my own lawn and landscaping business. Right now, I'm working with a dealership right now to help them sell more vehicles. And more importantly, I'm bringing these sources of income in, building a team that allow me to expand, allow me to make more money, because I realize that as an entrepreneur, I need to work and earn money. Every day I wake up, I dictate how much money I'm going to earn for myself. And this all came down to becoming that 1% is by realizing that I didn't want anybody else to control how much money I wanted to make in my life, that I have full control over my life, and that an hourly clock is not going to determine my worth. So that principle right there that allowed me to understand, hey, I need to work for myself. I need to become an entrepreneur. I need to make my own hours. I need to make my own money. Allow me to make a lot of money, build multiple sources of income. Allow me to even focus on building a thing called leverage. I learned how to market myself on social media, TikTok, building a brand online that's now created passive income in my life. So you can see these traits, guys. You can be different, but if you're willing to get yourself out of the box, if I'm willing to take the criticism at first, if I'm willing to go out there and actually do things that make me happy, then eventually I will reap these rewards. But it does take a lot of time. And more importantly, I knew that just going in, clocking in 40 hours a week, leaving that job could not serve me. Like I would not be happy there, which meant that I needed to go work and build something for myself. So through that, I've understood the importance of building leverage through social media as well as through relationships. Like what got me here is that I have learned to connect with as many people as possible, meeting people at the gym, meeting people in business, meeting people at the average at the grocery store, using these connections, using your day-to-day interactions, building this leverage with people and on social media to connect with millions of people has allowed my life to change, and more importantly, it's allowed my income to change drastically, has allowed me to build my wealth over time. So guys, use every day as an opportunity. Think out of the box, get yourself in uncomfortable positions, and watch your life change and watch your net worth grow. And then lastly, guys, I just want to share with you some of the habits and actions that I take. Like I expressed earlier, the sacrifices that came with building this, a lot of people won't understand. One day, I hope people tell me, hey, Peter, you got so lucky. But on the inside, they don't know exactly what I'm going through. They don't realize that I was up, 12, 13 hours, 14 hours a day, working and grinding on businesses, trying to find different ways to, invest my money, learning and educating myself to learn high income skills that allow me to get to that wealth. But that's okay, because if people envy you, well, guess what? You're doing something right. So the first thing that I did, and the first habit or action that allowed me to get to earning a lot more money, that allowed me to save more money, that allowed me to really grow my wealth slowly and surely over time, but especially at a young age, was I wanted to focus on building high income skills. Now, from selling on eBay, from starting my first lawn care business, from going out there and selling door to door, from going out there and selling contracts, I learned a lot of different skills that I eventually stacked on top of each other. For example, I learned the sell of reselling. So I learned retail. I learned how to communicate. I learned how to build passive income online. I've learned and I've continued to educate and study different ways that I can use these skills, even though I'm young, to stack them, to earn and make more money in my life that's allowed to have discipline in different areas of my life. So just building different ways, but more importantly, I want to share with you that at a young age, the first thing that I wanted to focus on is being as valuable as I can, no matter my age. I don't even have a college degree, which people use to determine their value. For me, I wanted to communicate my value. I wanted to use proof. I wanted to use results. I wanted to go into a business and share with them how I actually achieve results, which then can then give them clarity and confidence that I actually have value, which will allow them to pay me more money, which will allow me to make more money, which will then trickle down to have my money to invest and grow my wealth over the time. So the one thing I really focus on is how can I become the most valuable 22-year-old on this planet through communication, through selling, through going out there, meeting new people, and this has led me to make more money and increase my net worth. Now, the second thing that I really wanted to do, and a habit that I think is very crucial to becoming the 1% of your age, both financially, personally, spiritually, whatever it is to track something. What I did is I decided to track my net worth. Now, I didn't realize kind of how many assets I had working for me, the equity I had in companies, until my parents were like, dude, like you're doing something different. Like you have a substantial amount of financial resources in your age. Like what are you doing? And I realized that it all came down to tracking. Until I started to track track how much money I had working for me, how much money was growing for me every week, how much my net worth was growing for me. The reason I did this is because so many of us don't want to actually track our net worth because we are ashamed or we want to run away from it. But if you focus, if you bring your attention on trying to build your net worth, if you're seeing you're making gradual progress, then you want to analyze your actions. Like, I realized that everything that I was doing every week was leading me to make more money, which was leading me to invest more money. I realized that on Mondays, I was putting more money into the stock market. I was growing businesses. And this is all slowly but surely compounded, which has led me to a result of having this great growth in my life at a young age. So the importance of tracking, understanding the power of compounding, if it's physically or just actually compounding the numbers, like over time, your money growing, or compounding your actions, your habits, your decisions that all lead to one end goal. And the last thing I want to share with you guys is that I decided to just focus on money. Like I said earlier in this video, is that I've been so obsessed with making money. I've been so motivated. I've been so driven. I have pain in my life where I just can't really, understand why I want this so bad. But from hopefully eventually taking care of my family. So what I've realized is that I can use money, and I've found out that money is a tool. Money is a weapon for your future. If you can use money, if you can make money with your money to hopefully solve your money problems, then your life can become so amazing. So what I've realized is that first off, the power of leverage, the power of learning high income skills at a young age, understanding the ways that I spend money, focusing on saving money for my future self, and lastly, that you have to have money coming into your life by increasing your income, by learning new skills, by trying new businesses and making money on your own 2 feet, have allowed me to hopefully all come together to help me build and achieve that 1% net worth life at age 22. So guys, thank you for hearing my story. I want to share and help you guys along the way, how I'm investing, how I'm growing, how I'm just kind of going through the struggle as an entrepreneur, because this life is difficult and every day is a new journey. So I hope you can use this information, understand what you're doing in your life, learn the concepts of leverage, learn how you can save more money, go out there and meet someone new, and hopefully educate yourself on money and use money as a tool. Use this thing that you have, this piece of paper or future cryptocurrency, as a way for you to build wealth for yourself. Understand that every decision that you make is the result of the action that you're living in right now. You made, 6 months ago, you decided to spend money on things. Now, right now, you might be complaining you don't have money. And this is because you made the decision to go out there and actually waste your money instead of invest it. So understand these trade-offs, guys. I just want to share with you what I'm doing, how I'm thinking, and more importantly, my growth is all because I wake up every day to hopefully build something for myself. And I want you guys to do the same thing. So I love you guys so much. If there's anything I can help you with, if you're struggling with finances, if you're struggling with business, if there's anything that you're going through that you'd love to share, DM me directly on Instagram, hit me up on TikTok, or just message me, leave a comment below. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It would mean a lot, as well as if you have not yet subscribed to the channel. Side note, we have a lot of people watching, but no one subscribed. Smash that subscription button. Let me know when you subscribe. I just want to say thank you so much. And more importantly, we have a lot more content to come. So I love you guys so much. Have the best Friday ever. I'll see you this weekend, hopefully. But be conscientious of your decisions. Want more for yourself, and don't let age determine your wealth. Become that 1%, go out there, crush it, and do things that will change your future. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.